Welcome to my YouTube channel, Film Grains. My name's Andy Emmett. You join me today from the Punch Bowl, which is on one of my walks, that is on one of my websites. There is a free downloadable map and walk guide for this this walk, which is, like I say, free to download on my website. It's www.filmgrains.co.uk, and there's many more to download on there, so please feel free to download them. You join me today with Bo. Bo is our 14-month-old cockapoo, mad as a hatter usually, but as you can see, she's just sat here nicely at the moment. She's on a lead at the moment. Obviously, being in Wales, there's a lot of lambs about at the moment. It's that time. In fact, there is some over the other side of the lake. So if you're going to do this walk, just bear in mind that you're going to be leading your dog most of the time, if you do come with your dog, of course. So apart from bringing Bo out for a walk, what I want to do today is to capture Sugarloaf, which is a mountain very famous in Abergavenny, or just north of. Again, that walk, there is walks there, loads of walks. I've detailed 3 on my website. Again, please feel free to get on there and just download the downloadable map and come out and walk, take your own photos. So I've brought my Intrepid 4x5 camera out with me today, with 4 sheets of HP5 Plus. I've also bought my Olympus OM-2n, and I've got the 25 and the 50mm lens with me today. So I'm hoping to capture some good shots today. The light's beautiful, as you can see. Yeah, so join me on the walk, and hopefully I can get some good shots. Okay, I've got the spot now that I want to take. There's Sugarloaf in the background, and we've got this sort of path that leads up to a farmhouse and then on to Sugarloaf itself. Issue tonight is, as you can see, there's no cloud at all, which I was sort of hoping for some cloud. It is supposed to be cold tonight, so I guess that's what's going on there, but still, I haven't walked all this way for nothing, so I'm going to take some photos and we'll just see what comes of it, I suppose. Okay, so I've just taken a light reading of the scene. I use Light Meter 3, I think it is. I'll put the link in the description below anyway, or a link to that app, so you can see what I'm using. So I've got f/22, which I'm just going to set now, 1/20th of a second, and we'll see what we get with that. f/22, 1/20th of a second, which is about there. Okay, I'm just going to test the shutter again, make sure it fires. Yep, all good and working. Right, you've got to run through a bit of a procedure with this. So obviously you've got to check to make sure that the camera is all set up and in focus. You've then got to make sure that your shutter is firing. You've got to take a meter reading of the scene you're going to take to determine what light settings you're going to use, and then always before you fire these, make sure that before you take the dark side out, you just check that the lens is working fine. So with that said, we're going to have a moment of truth. Just make sure that you there's actually a button on the side of these that you can press down and it keeps the shutter open, and you're just going to make sure that that's closed before you take the dark side out, because if you do that, you'll just expose your film to the light and that's the end of it. So just double check everything, make sure everything's right. Now it is. What we're going to do is take the first slide out and we're going to take a shot, and it's as simple as that. So what I do with these is, not that you can probably see from there, but they've got a grey side, these ones. I keep the grey side out for the ones that aren't that haven't been exposed yet, and then I turn it round for the black side when the film has been exposed. And then these holders have got like a little thing on the top that you turn around just to stop the dark side coming out. It gets knocked or something like that. So what I'm going to do is take a couple here. So I always try to take two in the same location, and then I'm going to move on further around and we'll see what it's like. It's actually some paragliders or hang gliders up above me at the moment, so I'll try and get them in the shot as well. I'm going to put my drone up in a minute, so hopefully I don't scare them too much. Anyway, let's get on with the next shot. Definitely not as fit as I used to be. I'm just come from down there, but just trying to take the shortest way back now, and I have to head up there. Knackered. Here we are at the, it's not quite the top of Orange. Oh, excuse my out of breath. That was a steep hill. But it is the flat part that this walk will take you round, sort of heading back to your car. As you can see, there's a beautiful view up here. I definitely recommend doing the walk. I haven't done the full walk round today, just because I've run out of time. So that's why I came up the extremely steep bit. The actual walk, there isn't anything that is as steep as what I've just come up. There is one climb which is a bit further around. It's more of a steady climb, I think, to be fair. But yeah, I would say that anyone with a moderate fitness level should be able to do it. But like I say, I'm on my way back down to the car. It's actually over the top of that bridge in the distance, and then it'll be back home for something to eat. But it is a beautiful sunset tonight. It's absolutely stunning. I'll just pan the camera around, you better see. It's looking back over into England, right in the far distance. Not that you can see, it's quite murky today. And that peak in the distance there is where is another walk that I've got. There's a couple of walk options over there, but that is St Mary's Church is on the top of that, and I can't remember the name of the peak from memory, but it's on my website.